the Northern Ireland sports.
Angela Platt, how did the conference go today?
Jerome, I'm delighted with how the conference went. Fantastic experience today. 3 very, very strong keynote speakers with great messages for the audience. Our workshop's fantastic and the audience engagement was superb, so we couldn't be more pleased with the message that we've brought home today in terms of empowering people to take home that message to grow the sport for females in it.
And what were the best messages that you got throughout the day, especially from the speakers?
There were a number of messages. I think for me the 3 keynote speakers were very different, but certainly from Maria, her journey as a role model and that persistence that she obviously is and her perseverance to actually get back on the bike after the knockbacks that she had was a real message just to keep going and keep persevering. I think Louise for me was really key in terms of that gender equality and keep striving towards making that difference for females and making the difference to know what we can do and asking ourselves what can we do to make that difference. So that was really nice to get that message. And then for Denise Lewis, I think we all know her story and her journey in terms of being a role model athlete, but her transition into broadcasting and how we can actually work together to raise the profile of sport and how we need to collectively work together to actually spread the message of what we're trying to do here, and don't be afraid that we can actually do that and make a difference.
And in terms of that message and making a difference, do you really feel you're getting there in terms of female sport?
Absolutely. I think it's been a slow progress. I think the Female Sports Forum work has been slightly under the radar for a few years, but certainly the last 2 years we've ramped that up and the momentum certainly has been building. We've still got work to do, and I think it's fair to say that the success we've had this summer with the events that have been hosted in Northern Ireland and the profile of those events, and now you're starting to see the collective support between sports to actually support each other. I do see the big shift that's happening. It's just making sure we continue that trend and actually still work with each other to support each other and raise that profile further.
Yeah, there's big progress being made in the rest of Ireland, across the world, in Australia, in England, the Soccer World Cup, all sorts of things. There's a momentum there. How can Northern Ireland stay as part of that? How can it keep its part up?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt that success will help that. So it's important that our sports continue to be successful where they can, but also that we are proactive in profiling that success, but not forgetting that it's not just about elite sport. There are role models here in everyday life, that those behind the scenes in terms of administrators and those who work hard to bring our events to these shores. And I think it's important that we still have to tell those stories as well. But it's not resting on our laurels, and it's actually, I suppose, riding in the back of some of the success in the UK and across the world, but actually showcasing that Northern Ireland can do just as well.